Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to see about how to handle null and in PySpark how it's going to impact, what are the best practices, do's and don'ts. For that, let's get started with the basic data that we have. So I have an ID, name is active, is valid and amount. Let's put that into a data frame and this is how it looks like. Right, we have some nulls present here and there, and let me show you the schema of this as well. Def dot print schema. There it is. So I know what is my data type for each column, and nullable is set is being by default as true, which means it accepts null. You should be very careful when this is a metadata that we are having it, right? Now, the common mistake that I see some of the data engineering folks does is filtering a null record, right? What I do is df dot filter, and then they say df dot uh, is active. Okay, this it's dot, right, is active, um, equal to none. How cruel it is, you will be able to see right now, because it doesn't return a data. It doesn't know what to do. It behaves badly over here. So the best way to filter a data which is having null is like this: df dot filter, df dot is active dot is null dot show. This is the best way of showing how many records we have as null in the particular column. Now I take a pause here for you to understand, or for you to do, get me the number of records that we have that we are not having null in is active. Okay, you can text me the answer in the comments. And how do we see that is df dot filter df dot is active dot is not null dot show. How cool is that? It's so simple, right? But if you want to, replace nulls, I would say that's the best way to do. As a data engineer, you should clean the data. Let's say df underscore filled is equal to df dot use this function, and let's say is active with, okay, we need a curly, we need this brackets as well, with what do you want to replace with unknown, and close it. If you df underscore filled dot show, that's how it is. Oh, hold on. Okay. Let's fix this. Okay, active. It's active. Do bear with me. I always make this mistakes, which I need to. I quickly type and then it comes over there. Anyways, there we have. Now, if you want to do for multiple columns, what can we do? Let's say df underscore multi underscore fill is equal to df dot fill a name. This is active with unknown is valid with unknown amount as 0. Okay, cool. Now df multi-filled dot show. There we have. We have our data being cleaned, right? With all the nulls being replaced with unknown, and with in the M1 if it is zero, sorry, if it is null, it's showing as zero. Cool. Now let's see, there is an important function called coalesce. Let's use this title also, for that is easy for us to understand. Always use this titles. For that, let's import the function coalesce. Import from PySpark.sql.functions, import coalesce. Spelling. COALESCE. There we are. Yeah. Now let's say df is equal to df dot with column. I'm going to create a column called final status. Uh-huh. And I'm going to say coalesce um, call of is active. Okay. And second with call of is valid. Cool. Let's come down and say df dot show. Okay. Oh yeah, we didn't import call over here, so we need to import call as well, right? So what it happens is final status is going to be created by picking up the first non-null value from is active and is valid. But if both the columns is having null, then the final resultant will be null for that particular record. That's how it is. So we got that. So primarily in a real-time enterprise data engineering world, you would see coalesce being commonly used everywhere. So be careful how it is used, where is it used, and how important it is. It may be, a life changer, I mean, a life-changing tool for you sometimes. Now, let's also play with some conditional logic uh, uh, with handling null conditions, right? So for that, let's import when also in this, and let's say df is equal to df dot with column. I'm going to create um, amount flag. Okay. Um, when call of amount dot is null, give me it as missing. Otherwise, present. Make sense? Let's see how it works. There we have present, missing. Cool. This is how you do. So never compare null using equal to. Always use is null inside the conditions. Now I want to show you how aggregation works in this. df dot, this is very important, okay? Group by is active dot count dot show, right? Null is treated as a separate group here. So it says there are two nulls. So we should be very careful. Don't think that it's getting skipped. No, null has been shown there. Now I want to show you what happens when you join a data with this. Um, let's give a data here. So this is the second data that I have. Let's run this and cool. This is our dimensional table. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 with the country with the second ID having null. Now let's join this. Now how do we join? I want to do a left join. Okay, so for this, I would say df underscore joined is equal to df dot join the upper data frame that we created, that is dimension 1, right, on id how is equal to left. I will let you know about all these things in the upcoming session, but I hope you guys will be knowing how to create joins. Um, and let's say df.show. We have that, let's say the very first left hand side we have 5 columns and sorry 5 rows, and then the second side we have dimension table is having how many? 3. This is interesting, right? So let's see how this is going to work. Oh, hold on. Uh, on ID, equal to left. I think there we have, right? So if you see, whatever we have in dimension has been populated here. But for other records, 4 and 5, there is no record, but it's still null. So just want to let you know how nulls is going to play with your joinings as well. Um, and I would always suggest, even after doing a join, it's better that you alter the nulls with an unknown or with something that you want to call about so it's easily readable, right? Uh, yeah, so the golden rules in this session is never compare nulls with equal to, use always isNull function or isNotNull function, handle nulls early, and be extra careful with joins and aggregations. And as I always say, for the learning thing, keep the data constant. Um, yeah, this is all about this null. Hope you would have understood how null is behaving in different areas in different data frames. So for more like this, subscribe to DE Simplified channel for a clean real-time world data engineering sessions. I see you in the next video. Until then, see you and like my video, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a good day.